Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar. With that being said, let's just dive on into this tweet here from flagship.fyi. Now, they are quoting Greg Schneider. He actually put this overall article together. Now, the whole report is also from Masari Crypto, which we will go over here in a second. But we do see the Hedera ecosystem is on fire. Hedera achieved record-breaking transaction volume, $1 million plus in network revenue, and an impressive 29% TVL growth in Q3 of this year alone. Now, if we actually go over here to the article, we could scroll down and look at a few things that have happened so far. So first and foremost, record-breaking transaction volume. We have seen the network seen a massive growth in transaction volume this entire year. I mean, listen, going all the way back to January, when it first really started to happen, I mean, people were in shock. And once we started to hit like 1 billion transactions a month, that was pretty big, right? And we actually see here in the third quarter of 2023, the network achieved an astonishing 99 million daily average transactions, marking the 5th consecutive quarter of transactions activity growth. What's even more impressive is that the Hedera consensus service accounted for 99% of all transactions on the network. Such rapid growth in transactions activity is a testament to the network's scalability and utility. High transaction volumes reflects not only an active user base, but also increasing adoption, demonstrating the blockchain's robust infrastructure and capabilities. And of course, network revenue, $1 million, an increase of 30% quarter on quarter, indicates the network's financial strength and sustainability as well. And here you guys have the network's key metrics overview. You can actually see the circulating market cap, revenue, the average daily active addresses, average daily transactions as well, DeFi TVL, average daily NFT active addresses as well, and even the network services as well. And listen, as we really kind of look at this, like, to me personally, as we look at the daily active addresses at 8.5K, that's significant. Now, it's not as active as Q2 of this year, but when you go back in time to Q3 and Q4 of 2022, for an example, we're starting to see a lot more activity on the network. Beyond this, daily transactions, I mean, when you actually go back to Q3 of 2022, it is pretty crazy to see the growth there from Q3 of 2022 to Q3 of this year. And it just shows you how fast this network has truly been growing and how strong it has become. But also TVL, you guys know me. I just recently talked a little bit about TVL. I was actually addressing on how we could see a surge in TVL very soon with the launch of SushiSwap V2, which is planned for a few weeks from now, but it is going to really change the game. Very excited for that. But as you guys do see, TVL is a pretty big portion of the growth as well for Hedera, because again, TVL is its value locked away on the network. So definitely stay tuned to see a lot more happening with TVL with the launch of V2 of SushiSwap, and I'm going to definitely be looking into it a little bit more because it is a very exciting announcement, especially from the largest TVL driver on the network. Now, outside of this, Avery Dennison. So this is where things get a little bit interesting. So for those that are not aware, Avery Dennison has been the first enterprise grade application to go live with Hedera, and this is the one that really kind of started it all. Back in January, that's why I wanted to bring up the report, right? Because like if you go back in January of this year and you look at the network growth and the statistics behind it, it's truly game-changing, right? Like you could see the overall change in network activity, and it's just from one enterprise-grade application. The reason why I'm bringing back up Avery Dennison is because we see them constantly expanding their offering. For an example, here we have from October 30th, we are thrilled to announce that Avery Dennison's Atma.io Connect to Product Cloud has partnered with consumer brand Smart Labels as one of 3 platforms in the preferred partner network. Now, this is a big announcement. Why? Well, let's look into a few things. So first off, if you actually go over to Avery Dennison's website, First and foremost, they are targeting the supply chain, but outside of that, they also have a few other obstacles as well that they are really kind of targeting. For example, digital product passports. This is a big one as well. And if you guys didn't read about this, I highly suggest everyone go check this out, because this is going to be tackling a few areas of interest. For example, textiles, electronics, EV batteries, and even more. And this is all tracking and tracing everything. And this is large scale adoption as well of digital product passports. So imagine the demand on this in the future. And again, all of this is to come into effect in 2027. So it's going to take some time for this to actually be fully adopted in. But guys, I'm very excited about this, because there is going to be a big demand driver from this on Hedera. So this is definitely one to look into. But outside of that, they are looking into a few other things as well. They have a ton of industries already tapped in. For example, you guys can see the retail and industrial industries here, and also products and solutions. They have quite a bit of offering here. But outside of that, let's tap in to the actual article, redefining the consumer experience with smart labels. Now, I'm going to go skip over a few things here. But we do see, with engagement levels still low, smart labels are something of a sleeping giant. So where's the tipping point to awaken their full potential? How do we really drive that desire to engage? Now, like I said, up here, there isn't too much to look into besides the fact that there is billions of US products equipped with the Consumer Brands Association smart label, which again, like, this is a lot more demand of the network. This is billions of transactions. That's how I look at any of this. It's billions of transactions. But here we have bridging the engagement gap. Smart labels have always had the potential to change the way customers interact with products. We know there's a demand for transparency, and they inhibit valuable real estate on packaging. So it seems that the answer to making this more attractive lies in the consumer experience. At the core of this issue is the static nature of interacting with smart labels. Scan a product today, and you'll most likely see basic information such as nutrition facts and ingredients. You won't necessarily get the opportunity to actually engage with the brand to understand things such as the history of the product or the origin story of the company. There's a lack of connected data that tells the story of how a product came to be, from the original materials to the manufacturing plant and the journey to the retail shelf. And down here, we do see a new partnership with Smart Label, with over 100,000 product lines across the US adorned with its technology. Smart Label has now partnered with Avery Dennison's Atma.io connected product cloud, making it only one of 3 platforms that are part of CBA's preferred partner network. The consumer experience with smart labels now has the potential to be turbocharged. Atma.io aims to turn smart labels into compelling consumer experiences, adding a host of exciting use cases. Brands can upload their product information onto the Atma.io platform, choose from a gallery of smart label templates, and even set rules for dynamic consumer experiences based on unique QR codes. Instead of viewing a product line's basic information, customers can see the individual story of the exact unique item they're holding. They'll be able to connect with loyalty programs, automatically reorder, see related items, and check out gifting options, unlocking endless possibilities for brand and product interactions. 2 customer questions can be answered. What's the story behind this product, and what's in it for me? So this is very, very exciting. And down here, we also do see writing the story, not reporting it. They do talk a little bit about the Atma.io platform. They also give us a little bit of an in-depth view on how it looks. And here we have a smart way to comply as well. Again, compliance around, just tapping into like sustainability, compliance, and things like that. It's a big obstacle for a lot of these companies. So this is actually alleviating that pain point. But also we get a nice little quote down here. So do you see, the partnership between Atma.io by Avery Dennison and Smart Label is more than just a technological collaboration. It's a vision for the future of consumer engagement, compliance, and personalization. Once you get the QR code on the product, you can then turn it into an infinite number of possibilities for brands to unlock additional use cases through connected packaging. So again, like this is a huge moment, because we see the enterprise application that awoken the beast that is Hedera in terms of network demand. I mean, we are literally doing over 130 million transactions a day. Average TPS is over 1.5 thousand. I mean, listen, in 1 month, we are tapped in on 4.16 billion transactions. Let me say that again real quick for those in the back that are not listening. 1.16 billion. That's huge. But like I said, this is all awoken by one enterprise application. And now we are seeing it continue to expand and now working with major names like the Consumer Brands Association that is also managing and equipping billions of US products with smart labels that are now going to be tapped in and tied into Atma.io. But wait, that's not the only thing. Let's actually look at the CBA, the Consumer Brands Association. So first off, we do see here under their About section, uniting the totality of CPG. Under here, we do see the Consumer Brands Association champions the industry whose products Americans depend on every day, representing more than 1,700 iconic brands. From household and personal care to food and beverage products, the consumer packaged goods industry plays a vital role in powering the U.S. economy, contributing $2 trillion to U.S. GDP and supporting more than 20 million American jobs. Beyond this, look at some of the partners of the CBA. So under partners, we could actually see, look at these champions. Accenture. We've talked about Accenture in the past. They are a massive name. We also do see a logistics company here, ExxonMobil, and also PwC. Under this, we do see Tier 1, McKinsey & Company, and also Covington. Cultivating connections, some pretty big names here as well. Promoting bold initiatives. And a lot of these are just players that actually align with their overall goals and actually help them achieve their mission. But then we also have the membership list over here. So these are the names that are tapped in. These are the brands that most people will know. There is blue chips on here. For an example, if we scroll down, check out some of these names. I mean, you literally have General Mills. That's the first one that just really kind of pops out to me, because if you walk into any store right now, you will see it. You also have Pepsi on here, Procter & Gamble. I mean, guys, there are so many names on here. I don't even think I need to say half of the names on here. Everyone knows about these. These are household names. Like, for an example, Colgate, Coca-Cola. I mean, this is massive. Retail members as well. Target, Amazon, supplier members. I mean, this is where you have Avery Dennison. Avery Dennison is one of literally 3 supplier members. And then when we come up here, look at all of these names. I mean, tell me this is not a massive initiative. Like, this is what we want to see from partnerships like Avery Dennison. This is domino effects. I talk about domino effects quite a bit on this channel because, again, a lot of people overlook this. If you don't look beyond face value here and you're just like, oh, well, this is pretty boring, right? Like, this doesn't matter. This is not going to create value for Hedera. But then you have to actually go back to when Avery Dennison went live with Atma.io. For an example, we could actually see that. We can go to year to date. Check this out. Look at the network was basically dead. All of a sudden, boom. We start to see the network light up and just a massive amount of growth just erupt on Hedera. This is from Atma. Now you see it being tapped in with the CBA, which is doing massive numbers, tapped in with over 1,700 brands. I mean, yeah, this is the real deal. This is why I keep saying, when you look at what Hedera is doing, they're building out very strong networking connections with some of the largest names out there. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the description below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.